Chapter 12 The War in Heaven. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea! For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Revelation 12, 7-9, 12. There have been 2 wars against the black magicians. First, the war in Arcadia, and the second, the one in the year 1950, a date in which the pit of the abyss was opened. The latter is the war related with the millennium. The third war will be the one related with the New Jerusalem. When the terrestrial period was initiated, the mental plane and even the most divine planes of consciousness were densely superpopulated by every type of white and black magician, who belonged to the Saturnine, solar and lunar periods. The millions of black magicians were constituting gigantic populations of evil, who were obstructing the action and life of the white magicians. Hence, they were already a grave inconvenience for the cosmic evolution within the superior worlds of consciousness. If life would have continued in that way, then the progression of aspirants toward the superior worlds would have been impossible. Therefore, the white fraternity gave the mission of casting out all of the black magicians from the superior planes of consciousness to Michael. He received the sword of justice, and tremendous powers were granted to him so that he could totally accomplish his mission. All of the organizations of the Black Lodge and all of the temples of that tenebrous fraternity were established in the superior planes of consciousness. Michael was able to perform this mission due to the fact that he belonged to the ray of power. So, Michael fought in tremendous combats, hand-to-hand with the terrible hierarchies of the Black Lodge. This is how the great dragon, the old serpent called the demon, Satan, or black magic with all of its legions of demons, was cast out from the superior planes of consciousness by Michael. Luzbel is a great hierarch of the Black Lodge. He wears a red cape and a tunic of the same color. His tail or kundartiguator is extremely long, and he carries at the end of it a coiled papyrus on which is written the science of evil. The tail of the demons is formed when the current of the kundalini is directed downwards, towards the infernos of the human being. Therefore, this tail is nothing else but the kundalini itself that has departed downwards from the coccyx. The horns of every black magician are certainly the mark of the beast. These horns belong to the guardian of the threshold, who becomes the superior eye of the black magician. Ahriman, a great black hierarch, wears a red turban and he is chief of enormous legions. Lucifer was the greatest black initiate from the lunar epoch. His legions are numerous. All of these millions of demons remained in the environment of our earth. They dedicated themselves to placing all of the human souls on the way of the black path. Beelzebub, with his legions, also established himself in our environment. He became very well known by all of the present human beings throughout time. In the Bible, Beelzebub is called the god of Ekron because a temple was built for him in Ekron, and he was worshipped there as a god. So, Beelzebub established his cavern and dedicated himself fully, as in the ancient periods, to misleading souls. The Bible refers to Beelzebub in Matthew, chapter 12, verses 24-27, as follows. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, This fellow doth not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub the prince of the devils. And Jesus knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself, how shall then his kingdom stand? And if I by Beelzebub cast out devils, by whom do your children cast them out? Therefore they shall be your judges. All of the black magicians established their temples, lodges, halls, cults, etc. on our earth, and they dedicated themselves to the developing of their plans in accordance with the supreme commands of Ch.12. Therefore, they are responsible for the failure of our present human evolution, since it is a terrible reality that this present human evolution has failed. Michael triumphed in the heavens, but our earth was filled with profound darkness. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth!